Hello, hello, hello. So, yeah, twice in one day, I'm doing a live for Gemini. Happy birthday, Gemini. If you're not a Gemini, you don't have it in your chart, don't you worry. We're talking about position number 3. And all of us possess the energies of all of the positions. And specifically, I'm going to be pulling on the energy of Mars and Leo. This could affect, especially um, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius if you have it in your chart anywhere. Remember, Taurus is your comfort and security, Leo is your passion and pride, Scorpio is your soul's evolution, and Aquarius is your sense of belonging in the world. All right. So, should we skip to the good part? Mars is the planet of hot headed love and aggression, carnality, passion. Um, yeah. So I won't get into what they're saying back here. Um, anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and go ahead and pull on the energy for Gemini with the energy of Gemini in its relation to Mars in Leo. Mars is in Leo beginning May 20th, and that energy should be fiery hot until July 10th. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I go ahead and protect us, and then we'll jump right in. Archangel Michael, please protect us as we channel the energy for Gemini. With the transit of Mars and Leo, please block any interferences and my own bias. Mother and Father God, Holy Spirit, those who walk with us, those of the highest white light who walk with us every day, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for being here today. All right, so, Gemini is the energy of Gemini, position number 3. Rules communication, the throat chakra. And so imagine Gemini, all Geminis, all Gemini energy. You don't have to be a Gemini. Again, I'll say that. Being center stage. Because also, Leo, position number 5, likes to be center stage. So we'll just put that as your backdrop. There is a sense of feistiness. So try to be on Gemini's good side, everyone. Or for those of you who identify with Gemini energy, try to be on their good side. I'm going to go ahead and get started and see what is the dilemma for Gemini, Mars, and Leo. It's probably the feistiness, the fire within. Let's see what we have for Gemini, Mars, and Leo transit. You have Jara, and the symbol for Jara is harvest. It's associated with justice, and it's the beginning. It can mark the beginning of a positive period. How can that even be a dilemma? Well, if you're in feisty energy, or if you allow your passions to take over, especially if you're one of those signs that I mentioned, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio, you have to be careful because you could be coming from a place of not being in too good an energy to be making decisions. So take your time and make sure that you are looking at things from the perspective of longevity and not short term. And then you have Ingwas, and you have renewal again. And it's also the rune of fulfillment, spiritual warfare, and also male fertility, literally male fertility. And so it's think of it as energy just waiting to be unleashed, just waiting to be developed and used. And so, like we said, fiery Mars, feistiness, that seems to be a dilemma. You may want to use um, just some breathing exercises, or just anything to help, you know, calm that fire inside of you. All right, let's see what we have for Gemini and their factor. A lot of inspiration, but also if you're going through a fiery time, and we're talking about Mars and Leo, we could be talking about aggression. We can be talking about just things that are brewing, stewing, and this could be a time of emotional triggering for many of you. All right, let's see. What do we have? All right. So honor your inner child. Tap into your spiritual power. Honor your inner child. Ask your dreams for guidance. Or ask guidance on your dreams. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it's not an error. Ask your dreams for guidance. You can, manifest certain dreams, and they can come into fruition. You just have to know how to interpret them. And that's probably why they're talking about tapping into your spiritual power. Okay. And so also, I do feel like it's saying humility. Okay. Honor your inner child because of the triggers and the trauma. Set limits with draining people. Start saying no. Gemini, we all know how much you struggle with that. And so it's important right now to say no to those people who really trigger you, especially because of the feistiness in the air and the aggression. But say what you need to say. And they're telling you to remember your gifts. Focus on your blessings rather than dwelling on adversity. Pause and give thanks for your gifts, such as your sensitivity, your intuition, your health, friendships, and family. And we all know that Gemini loves their family. Honor that inner child. So try to laugh things off more, be a little bit more playful. Okay. We'll go ahead and leave these out. The dream state, it just feels like it does go, since it came out with honor your inner child, it's kind of like the guidance of wisdom behind the logic. A lot of things are not going to make sense during this time. So why don't you just make sure you're taking notes on anything that is strange to you, because things are going to reveal themselves surrounding a situation more towards the end of this energy dying down, which is going to be in July. It might be mid-July. So this is a time of getting done what needs to be done in a manner that is conducive to the energy. So whatever fiery stuff you got going on, use that aggression to manifest, use that Kundalini energy to manifest what you're needing. Okay. Let's see what we have for. So this is your dilemma. This is your factor. And we'll just put that there so that we have room. All right, let's see what sources messages. Many of you could be taking action when it comes to a broken heart, but also I'm feeling like this is the energy of, after a time of having a broken heart, you're taking action and you're going out there and you're loving yourself, and you're just going out and having this good time. And you're actually getting a lot of attention right now, which is great. If you're in a relationship and there's been some things in the past that you didn't really like, or hard times that you went through, this is a time of renewal, and actually also of taking action on what it is you want to do to move the relationship forward. We do have a storm warning and broken heart again. And so I did talk about in my earlier live the five elements, and how there is a strong feeling during meditation yesterday about everyone doing more of what makes them happy, due to the cleansing of, the literal cleansing of the earth, be it tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or even just things coming down from the ethers, like shooting stars and different things that people are experiencing all over the universe. But also, there could be some karma coming. Some karma coming for some people who have broken your heart, even just from like ages ago. I mean, this could be childhood trauma stuff. There's justice coming for that. There's a reckoning in the energy that it's just going to be very, very methodical and specific. So, and then you have 1010 as the end of the cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. So take this time to rest and rejuvenate your broken heart, and know that things are being taken care of. I mean, I just shuffled that again, and broken heart came out like 3 times already. So take care of yourself. You could be thinking about a loved one that has broke your heart, or the loss of a loved one, and you're not the same. Take this time to reinvent yourself, communicate that, and let it go. We are in the time of the crescent moon, leading up to the full moon on June 4th. So there are going to be some things revealed about this broken heart. There are going to be some things revealed to you that may put you into more caution. But I feel like right here they're saying, remember your gifts. Set limits with the people. And set limits with the people that are giving you a hard time. So rest and rejuvenate and say no. Okay. They want me to keep shuffling. So let's see what the message is. Yeah. So we could be looking at a time of looking at different things, such as things about your job, things about your romantic relationship, things about marriages. You could be going through a divorce. You could be wanting to contemplate marriage, or somebody wants to contemplate marriage with you. So just take your time in making the decisions that you need to make, because the energy can push us to making decisions that we're not ready to make. Yeah, there is abundance coming, and abundance is in the energy. You could be seeing the synchronicity of 1111. You have Archangel Chamuel that's working with you on your third chakra. That's the solar plexus. And of course, the angel of love. But more so, you have Archangel Uriel that is connected, that helps you connect directly to source. This is your crown chakra. And so the factor of everything else before this has to do with you understanding and knowing the balance of what is and what's not. Say what you need to say, but make sure that's what you need to say, because you don't want to accumulate karma again. You want to move forward into what source has for you as far as abundance goes. Yeah. Make sure you have a strategy for that. There also, when it comes to the strategy, since we got a contract card before that, strategize on and make sure that you're ready to contemplate the contract of marriage, that you're ready to contemplate the, basically the contract of divorce. But also, it could be a work situation. Make sure that you are strategizing on, if you're wanting to leave that job or relocate, that you do it in a way that's fair to everyone, and don't just, you know, be the Gemini that's on center stage that says what they need to say and then drops the mic and walks away. That could possibly lead you into, by the end of July, you're not going to feel it until then, thinking, ugh, I wish I hadn't burnt those bridges. Okay, so the energy is not a very rational or logical energy. And the thing about Gemini is that they usually are rational and logical beings that rule communication, but it's more about being talkative and being a good listener, because communication is centered around listening. But now it seems that the energy is shifting the energy of Gemini into being more vocal for their own needs, which is a good thing. But then you throw in Mars in Leo, and it can become something that could be a good thing, and then not a not so good thing, right? But just be careful with that. And so let's see what the advice is for Gemini. What is Gemini's advice source? What is Gemini's advice? I'm a wheel watcher. I'm a wheel watcher. Yeah, assessing. Quarter moon, today's crescent, and yesterday it'll be for a couple of days in the crescent moon energy. So, there'll be things revealing themselves. So assess each thing individually. Assess each thing individually by each person. And just be lighthearted in your decisions. But then also, people are assessing things about you. So while you're assessing, remember that people are assessing things about you as well. And so when you're in the dilemma of male fertility or in the dilemma of harvest, you want to keep those things in mind, because there's harvest as your dilemma, and then there's harvest as your message. And so you want to assess exactly where you're going to end up based upon your decisions. Do you want it to be a dilemma, or do you just want it to be what you actually get? By the full moon, you will have an unwavering will, which is June 4th, and be set in your way to what you're moving into. Things will start coming into fruition for what it is that you've been setting in motion since the wolf moon, is what they're saying. And so it's going to be a highly sovereign time for you. Okay, Gemini. I mean, happy birthday, right? Sovereignty is like one of the best gifts. But remember, when we talk about sovereignty, we always have to shift back to the Most High. Because when it comes to energies, understanding where they fall or what their role is, we always have to shift that back to the Most High. So make sure that your masculine energy, whether you're a woman or a man, is not actually letting sovereignty go to their head. Okay? And that is a part of your message. As long, because there is a lot of things that are going to be going your way and coming into fruition since you're vocalizing by the full moon. Here, there's a lot of things that are going to be put into motion. That's why they keep saying, I'm a wheel watcher. So the wheel is turning. The destiny is going to it's going to be like a light switch. boom, turned on. So don't let your ego get in the way. We'll just leave sovereignty on the table. Put this here together. And then let's see what they have for Gemini in love. Well, respect and telepathic communication. Of course, this has to do with your twin flame, because why wouldn't it? I mean, of course. There's a mutual respect needing to happen. Or also, like, just respect the actual connection that you have. It says close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So respect the telepathy between you and your twin, high level soulmate, whoever it is. It could be a romantic, it could be a friendship. Because they're going to help you with this remembering your gifts and setting limits and the harvest. And they're also going to help you connect to source directly. All right, let's see. What is the outcome? There's a deep attraction, a deep knowing. You could be seeing 1111. All right, let's see. For Gemini, Mars, and Leo. Gemini, Mars, and Leo. Gemini, Mars, and Leo. Marriage. Okay. Trust and union. Okay. We're going to put those out. They're telling me to take the bottom 3. And then there's been challenges in this relationship. That is probably what the shift that they're talking about. And strategy. And then we also had contracts. So things are coming apart for something else to come together. That is very clear. Challenges came out even though I shuffled 3 times. We'll go ahead and someone could be leaving an illusion or have the illusion of marriage. But nonetheless, there is a soul connection, but it feels like you feel like you have another choice. And you could be trying to escape because of confusion. And remember, confusion is not of the Most High. Confusion has to do with forces, dark forces that put us in the illusion. So I feel like there's a test coming up for you. Trust the other relationship, the one that you seem not to want. You're very receptive when it comes to this. Oh gosh, marriage came out twice. Yeah. At the end of the day, you're receptive about the relationship with your twin flame. Okay? You're receptive. You know that love conquers all. So what makes you think that? So, okay, here's what I'm going to say. Everybody has free will to choose what they want and who they want to be with. But when you have cards like strategy, contracts, sovereignty, remember your gifts, honor your inner child, and asking your dreams for guidance, and then you get telepathy, and then you have harvest and male fertility and spiritual warfare as your dilemma. So is the dilemma that you don't want to give into this spiritual love? Is that the dilemma? Okay, so that is something that you probably should be asking yourself and not making a decision about until possibly the end of July. See how things unfold, because you do have commitment, you have trust, you have union, you have marriage, and then you have moment. And so it says, think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. And then that's going to do it. If you can't think of a special moment, then that's not the one. You could be dealing with a fake twin flame, or I don't know what they call that, the false twin flame or whatever, a false soulmate. It doesn't have to really be a twin flame. It just does feel that way though, because of telepathy. And it is twin flame season. So remember that love does conquer all. And so the free will choice that you have is, if your twin's not good enough, not meeting the expectations of the healing person that you are, because there's always a runner in the situation, there's always one person that's more advanced, then the love that's going to conquer all will be the self-love. But it's all about what the Most High wants for you, the sovereign love of the Most High. So love conquers all. It could be romantic love, friendship love, family love, or probably self-love. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a last divine message. It doesn't look like anybody joined in the chat. So if you have any questions or comments that you'd like to leave, please do so. It helps the channel grow, but it also helps me to exchange energy and know exactly what you are needing. So let the love flow, whether it be self-love or a relationship love, friendship love, whatever love it is, just let it flow. But make sure that you're letting it flow within yourself first. Yes, you are extraordinary. This also came out, the resurrection of a love. So somebody could be coming back. I'm sorry. Because some people don't want that and some people do. But discern, use your intuition. Yes, look, ask for guidance when it comes to the love. All right, Gemini, let's see. Energetic clearing and guidance. So yeah, make sure whoever you're getting doesn't come with baggage that you don't want in your relationship, and let the divine flow of your intuition and your direct connection to source to let you know. Because the person that left you or you're in a separation from, if that's your story, they have a dark entity attached to them, whether it be on them personally, or they have a person that is a dark entity. And remember, whoever you surround yourself with, that is exactly how you will. So part of their energy clearing is make sure that they are coming back in a humble way of being, in a wise way of being, and they're not coming back to just rattle your cage, or because they think you're going to be with somebody else. There is freedom in humility and in understanding that if that other person isn't ready or you're not ready, it is okay to move on and walk away. Okay, because at the end of the day, love conquers all, and so does the divine flow. So definitely, we see here that change is definitely coming, and it is fiery for sure change. Make sure that you are taking baby steps on this journey, and through this energy, you're taking it very slow for any changes that you need to make. Again, we have practice humility. Please stay out of your ego during this time. Approach life humbly, that no one is better than another. Keep your ego in check. Humility is the practice of being simple and valuing simple things. So if this person that you feel like, oh, they're never going to change, are you saying that because of past situations, or are you saying that because you're in your ego? All right. So quiet your mind to get the answers. Observe, don't absorb, and honor your own sensitivities so that you can honor those of others. I hope I helped heal at least one person in the world today. And Gemini, I hope that was you. Happy birthday. Happy Gemini season. Happy Mars in Leo. Communicate, but don't drop the mic. Thank you for watching. Bye.